foam rolling, most places aren't going to feel great. You're going to feel some pain, some discomfort, but it shouldn't be to the point where you feel like it's going to be bruising. It should be mild discomfort, but like I said, it shouldn't, in most places it won't feel good, but that's a good thing. It's like getting deep tissue massages. It's going to loosen you up, get the blood flowing. I recommend before workouts you want to stay active and dynamic with your rolling instead of just sitting on one spot, because you don't want the blood to pool. You want to get that blood flowing, get the tissue warmed up a bit before a workout. So for foam rolling, you can grab a roller at I don't know, different places like Winners or Marshalls, Walmart. You can find cheaper ones. Sports stores obviously, but they can get a little bit more expensive. You can get one small like this, or you can get longer ones. Not really a big deal either way. You can do limbs separately. Start out, you want to put some weight into your calves. If that's too much, you can sit on your butt and put as much pressure or little pressure on your calves and Achilles heel as you want. If you're not feeling that much, then you can kind of lift your body up with your arms, put some weight on your calves like that. If you're still not feeling much, then you can throw your other leg on, so all the lower body weight is on your calves. Okay. For rolling the hamstrings, you keep the roller underneath you. You can have a point of contact here with your foot, both arms here, and so you can almost lift your body up and roll as light as you want, or you can lift this foot up and put more of the lower body pressure onto that. If you still don't feel much of that, you can grab a hard medicine ball if you have one around, put it there, or a softball from baseball, put it underneath, and that can target it a little bit more acutely. For your glutes and your hips, you sit on it kind of to the side, making sure that the muscle is getting rolled back and forth. You can, if you don't feel much of that, you can throw this leg over here so that you stretch on that left glute, and you'll feel it a little bit more deep there. You can also use a softball or a hard medicine ball for this as well, and then you can do the other side. For your back, your lower back, you don't want to arch over it like this in your lower back, because your lower back's already arched a bit. So if your lower back is tight and you want to feel some comfort rolling it, when you roll up, make sure you're using your core to crunch up almost, so that you flex the lower back as you're rolling over it. You can kind of go on one side of your spine and then the other. For your mid back and thoracic spine, I like to throw my arms up like this and roll. You kind of crunch up, let yourself back. You can, with the thoracic spine, you can extend back over and feel that rolling back and forth. You'll feel some cracks. It feels nice. This one's not as painful as other areas. This one, you can roll your lats out. You can get pretty tight in there, so you have your weight on your hips here, and the rest of your weight is on your side, and you roll kind of back and forth. You can use your other hand to help guide you a little bit, and you'll feel it in there. It can get pretty tight sometimes. For the hips, hip flexor, you just put it in front here, rolling back and forth. You can shift a little bit side to side, get some of the TFL a bit. To get in deeper, you can use like a baseball like this, or a tennis ball, or a lacrosse ball. work pretty well. And you just place that right in around your hips there, getting the TFL, hip flexors, and you just kind of find the pockets where you feel the tightness, and you just move around. Looks a little funny in public gyms, but don't worry about that. For your quads, you can just move a little further down from where it was with your hips. And again, you can always use this other leg as a point of contact just to add some more stability. And if that's really sore, then you can put weight on your two arms and this other leg to lift off some pressure onto that left leg. If you're not feeling much, then you can obviously take the weight off this leg and put all that lower body weight into that left leg. This one can get pretty painful. A lot of people are tight in this area. Go from there. Okay, for this one you can get the inner thigh and your quad, your VMO here. You can sit down, you'll have this angled out. You have your leg about a 90-degree angle, and you just roll side to side. Again, you're using this other foot and your arms to bear some of the weight, and you're rolling back and forth. To get into the groin, you just move it a little closer and chill out like this, back and forth. Okay. For the IT bands, the side of your quads there, they can get really tight, but instead of rolling directly on your IT band, you should roll on the lateral side of your quad and the lateral side of your hamstring, because the actual IT band is going to be really tough to loosen up by rolling directly on it. The TFL is really what gets tight, and that can tighten the IT band. So you can either roll, well, I recommend doing both, but roll that TFL, so that's that muscle right by your hips there that you can almost grab onto. That can get tight. You just throw a lacrosse ball or baseball underneath you, and you want to make sure that it's not on your bone, but you'll feel it in the muscle areas, and you'll really find some tight spots there. Most likely there'll be little pockets, and then yeah, if you want to roll the lateral side of your quad, so again, not directly on the front part of the quad, but the side, you just do this. Again, you can use this foot and these arms for leverage, taking some of the weight off that leg, because again, people will be really tight in these areas. And then also on the other side of the IT band, lateral part of the hamstring, back and forth like that. Okay, to roll your shins, again, you don't want to roll right on the bone. The muscle beside your shin bone, that's where you want to get. So you want to angle your leg a little to the side, and you can just roll back and forth on like that. Some people, especially runners, can get really tight in this area, but that can feel good. It can be painful, but you want to really get in there.